Well, after tons of rumor and reports that talks about whether or not if Almeyda was going to stay with the Quakes or instead he is going to move to Rayados, it turns out that today we finally found the answer to Almeyda's future with the Quakes, and the answer to that question is he's staying with the Quakes. It was officially confirmed when he was talking about his future with the team and whether or not if he was going to stay or leave to go back to Mexico in the post-season press conference. And I will say this, as much as I've been always saying that I had no doubt the fact that Almeyda was going to be staying with this team and that I have seen so many rumors throughout this season of the fact that, eventually one of these teams down in Mexico is going to try to get Almeyda, and Almeyda basically is just going to abandon what he says this is going to be like a couple of years of a long-term project to get this team back to its glory days. It hasn't really come true whatsoever, and that I think this kind of report of him going to Monterrey is probably the closest that we have seen with any other team rumored to trying to get Almeyda. I mean, there was actually a lot of people that believed that it was going to happen, and that when you also look at the fact that you look at how Almeyda has been very outspoken with the referees in this league, and he's still very outspoken with the referee, as he just mentioned the fact that it feels like the referee are having a little bit of a bias toward teams that is more successful and tends to be more favorable team like Seattle, Atlanta, and all those kind of so-called MLS favorable team. But, there was that kind of slur that you would think that maybe that will motivate him to eventually abandon this team and go back down to Mexico, but that, of course, did not happen. He, of course, showed his loyalty of staying and committing this project. And now with him staying with the Quakes, obviously there's no doubt that I think for the Quakes, they got to do something in the offseason in terms of just, first of all, give him the money to try to sign the players that he wants, and two, try to reconstruct this squad that, as I will talk a little bit more when I get to the moving forward series for the San Jose Earthquakes, I feel like we still need to get rid of some of the deadwood in this team, and that the only reason why this team got to the point where they were almost on the verge of making the playoffs is because Almeyda was just working wonders with this team, and he basically carried this team as far as he can go, and that since as far as he can go did not resort us making the playoffs, something tells me we're going to have to eventually reconstruct that squad. But I'll talk a little bit more about it during the moving forward series once I talk about the San Jose Earthquakes. But either way, hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, make sure you guys leave a like, smash that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments below what do you think of this whole Almeyda situation and what's your thoughts of him staying with the San Jose Earthquakes. Another news that I will also want to quickly talk about before I end this video. Wando is still reported to be thinking about whether or not if he's going to commit to this team for another year. Obviously, there's been doubts lately that Wando could be hanging up his boots after finishing the season with 15 goals and also the highest goal scorer American in MLS, but I also like the Almeyda situation. I have no doubt that Wando is going to be back next season, and that I think you don't see a lot of players that just have a season as good as what Wando has with scoring 15 goals and just instantly retire. Even though he's already 37 years old, I feel like he's still got a year or two left in the tank. But let me know in the comments below in terms of that news also, and the whole Almeyda situation of him staying at the Quakes for another year. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.